High five, guys and gals. Silver Sphincter coming at you. Look at all this stuff. I just kind of showed you these just a minute ago. But I had a problem with the mail with this package. Oh, it doesn't have any writing on it. This package was supposed to be delivered on Friday, and it said that it was out for delivery. So I went to go check my mail at 1 p.m. and it wasn't at my mailbox, and I was like, that's weird, because and then I said, are you sure that the mailman's already been here today? And they were like, yeah, we cleaned out the mailbox today. He had already brought in the mail. And I went and got on the Wi-Fi again someplace, and it still said that it was out for delivery. So I had to go back to work. And then I got to the post office at 5 o'clock. And the postmaster was just getting ready to shut the customer service door, and I got in there. And I showed him the tracking number, and I kind of explained to him, I was like, the mail's already been dropped off. And this package is still out for delivery. And I was like, that's really weird to me. He says, well, give me a second. And he went and checked out the tracking number, and he found it, and he says, okay, I went and verified the package. Give me one more minute. And he went someplace, and apparently he called the mailman, and he came back. And I was explaining to this other lady in front of me that it was also missing some of her mail, kind of frustrated, that people across the nation right now are kind of having problems with their packages getting stolen, broken, ripped, torn, delivered half. And she was a friend of the post office. So she was, we'll just call her a bootlicker. And she just instantly just threw up this huge defense, even though her package was late and nobody knew where her stuff was. She still defended the post office and started saying that it was all the people sending and receiving the packages that are doing it wrong, and it's not the post office. And I just shut my mouth. I just shut my mouth, literally. I didn't want the postmaster to come in there and kick me out. And he kind of overheard part of my conversation, because I brought up Suzette's package and how that she had just gotten into her package, and it showed up literally ripped open and half of the stuff gone out of it, and still delivered with like 2 or 3 of the things in it. And he was like, wait a minute, what? Who did what? And I was like, yeah, man, like people are getting their stuff broken into by the post office employees. And he was like, oh, no, like, that's not good. And I'm like, yeah, so what's up with my package? And he says, well, I just spoke to the package driver, and he says, your old mailman isn't on that route, and we had to split his route up between 2 different mailmen, 2 different brand new mailmen, one that just does mail, and one that does parcels and packages. And the mailman has already delivered mail. That's why there was mail there when you checked your mailbox earlier today. But the package man, unfortunately, hasn't made it over there yet. But he says he has your package, and he is going to be in your neighborhood by about 5:30. And I look at the clock, and it's 5:04. And I reiterate to him, the mailman will be at my mailbox around 5:30. He says, yes, sir. I'm like, okay. So I hightail it. I get to the mailbox at 5:12. Visually, I can see the mailbox. Okay? It does not leave my sight until 9 p.m. 9 p.m. No freaking mailman. I keep on checking my tracking number. It keeps on saying out for delivery, out for delivery. It's green and out for delivery. And then at midnight, 12:03 a.m., it switches to a bright red flashing alert. Alert waiting for delivery scan. And it still says that right now, I think. I haven't looked today because I actually got this package today. And then Saturday comes along, and it still is red flagged, waiting for delivery scan. And I'm like, man, that new mailman's took my shit. I knew it. I was like, man, that guy did something stupid and my shit is gone. And this is a good sized package. Like, those Dragon coins was like $280. I mean, the Morgans was like $40 a pop. I mean, this is a good sized package, and for it to not show up. So Oregon Stacker sent this to me with a signature needed. Okay, and normally when mail gets dropped off where I get it dropped off at, the mailman has a code to a secured door that he can get the mail dropped off inside to where it's safe. And even though he doesn't necessarily get a signature for it, it is in the building, it's safe, and there has never ever been an issue with the mail not getting to where it needs to go once it hits that secured box, that secured door to the building. But that didn't happen. This dumbass, I went and got my mail today, and I saw that this was the package that was missing still. And I told the lady my story about it, and she says, well, he did drop it off sometime over the weekend. We don't know exactly when, but he dropped it off in front of the building up where they do like jazzercise and stuff. And they had it sitting outside of the building on the sidewalk at the door of a jazzercise building instead of in the lock box of where my mailbox is, with no signature. And she was like, I don't know, like, we're gonna have to put a big note up there or something, because this is the third time that they've done that, putting a bunch of packages up there just out on the sidewalk. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, lady, like, man. And she was just as flustered about it as I was. But I mean, it wasn't her. She's not gonna lose a package. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, where I get my mail, like, I seriously cannot believe that some random homeless person walking through that church over the weekend, like, it was there for like 2 days unattended, just right there out in the open. Look at me, I'm a cute little package. And not a single person took it. Like, I couldn't believe it. When she told me where it had been sitting, and I knew she didn't need to show me, like, I just knew where it was. As soon as she told me where it was, I was like, oh my God. Like, I literally, thank you, nobody, for stealing my stuff. Like, thank you so much for not doing that. Like, I can't even explain how it stayed there for 2 days without somebody taking it. Because there's literally junkies and crazy people running around that place all day, every day, because they help the homeless, right? But they're closed on the weekends, but the homeless are still there a lot because they help the homeless. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. I think Oregon Stacker possibly called and left a complaint. Tomorrow is my day off, and I'm going to go make a complaint. And I'm actually going to go to the church, and I'm going to have them give the post office a call and make sure that this doesn't happen again. Yeah, you guys watch your mail, man. And if you're sending stuff, send it how Oregon Stacker sends it, like just bomb proof. Not everybody gets their mail, even though it's bomb proof, like Oregon Stacker. Like Suzette's package, I didn't see it, but the way that they were talking about it on Golden Cash's thing is it was torn into and gotten into and then delivered to her house after it was torn into. Like it didn't leave the mail people's hands, and it was the mail person that did it. Is the way that it sounded to me. If a thief is going to get into your mailbox and steal a package, they're going to take the whole package. They're not going to go get the package, take it someplace, take part of the package out, and then put the rest of the valuables back into the package and put the package back in your mailbox. That's not how thieves operate. That's how mailmen operate. Oh, well, I'm taking part of this. You know, you should be thanking me. I'm not taking all of it. I don't even know. Like, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Suzette. But your story scared the crap out of me, and I've been on one all weekend about this package, and I'm so glad it's here, and I'm not missing out. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. High five and keep on stacking.